Shirt, one blouse. What's up, y'all? Just got out from the shower, and I'm just doing a quick VOD. Oh, is it? Oh, my controller's not on.
What you're describing is booze. You don't need any herbs for that. There's nothing in here that speaks to hangovers directly. However, while browsing through the various descriptions, you become convinced that you could assemble something from the ingredients listed here. Want to give it a shot? First, you need to choose a base ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The ginger root will help with the nausea, and the birch bark tea will help you flush out the toxins. The sugar just makes it taste better. From the pal, of course, or perhaps from some enterprising entrepreneur, where you would find one of those, though. The book does not say. Very well. First, choose. Next, you'll need to combine. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add? The ginger root will help with the nausea, and the birch bark tea will help you flush out the You close the book. The 15th Indo tribe.
I think cash now. Yay!
Because there was, the 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th.
Damn, bro. From the beginning, in ultra liberal. Oh, he's a hustler. And Bandero. Ooh. Bandero. And then heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your warrior forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the Eastern region. The ideals of Lawrence humanism. Oh shit. Are restating themselves. How can they not? Maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can get cash now. And also I gotta choose ultra liberal options now. So we get some cashies. I'm rich.
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. You cannot see yourself, just really, or recollection of the person you are. The window stands broken.
Fucking right. I wonder what real life. Ah. I'm gonna cut that shit out. Yeah, okay. It's fucking midnight. People are still awake. You talk to Joyce. Looking at the reality shit before we go to bed. This shit is dark. Oh my god. I get still up. Fuck you talking to, Kip? Jesus Christ. No, Kippa. You still up? Yeah.
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need, of course, at this point, through by other people. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? You have not yet stumbled on the right surface, Emerald. You have to find something tragic. As you turn, a bright light catches you. From a distant sunset, a stage light. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick mutt. Yeah, you know. Beneath, it is just with a sudden flash.
Look at this, absolutely clear. And one thing you're an actual superstar in groupies and cocaine riddled hepatitis. Strike with. You're not gonna let me. Oh, fuck it. They say it. Ah, you're a metaphorical superstar. So it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. I'll get that if I get Let's see.
Can I help you?
I see a karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question.
Sad banger. No such thing. No such thing. No such thing. This nigga just been outside, living on his lonesome. It's all about the money, you know. Thank you, ultra liberal guy. What was that? I kind of no. The communist one was that other girl. She's gone now.
An old monument stands.
Bandio.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to it's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Me, I'm the law around here.
Then I don't suppose you could tell me where we are, old man. Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Start with the 50s.
The men have the small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the walls out of amber? Back in meth camp, during the time of the revolution. The side walls and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Winter. Until you came along, that is.
Do I have Sorry Cop? I don't think I have Sorry Cop. Don't have Sorry Cop.
This is Gabriel.
A strikingly handsome man. This man's got a hold over her. Even
He was the biggest star of his day. Someone was. They are someone's memories. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
There, which I'm assuming personifying Pale for some reason. I don't know why.
she seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past would one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring. The mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, meth was a golden age.
I wonder. Let's say hypothetically. I'm assuming. I don't think there's like different like honestly different time periods compared to like each Isula. I feel like they're all consistent. It's just I don't know.
Why not, Harifa? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. Diamonds? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Of course you don't. Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to the Western. It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring Boyadero. He promises, don't be stupid. The Boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man, one night. As he and his beloved are out walking, no, the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him. You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
What if to truly love a Boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Brought to your attention that men law of the land. The Pointeros.
What do you mean? Because I'm one of the best caminers around, that's why. Either Lomonosov's land, Udashnaya Zemlya, Western Plain,
Zemlya. Jesus.
the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas do Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly. You go right ahead, Loman. Let me know when you find them. I can't wait to read their reports. Is that all you woke me up to say? Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
There's someone else's memories.
stuck in the trap. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large.
Rolling in rounds. It's my turn. Person. The fucking skull. Cabin. This is esprit de corps. We don't need to adjust them right now. I need esprit de corps.
Hello again, officers. Have you... Back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour? Of course. That's what I'm here for. This reality.
The aim is to gain a deeper understanding.
By learning the world, I hope to learn more about myself. Legendary, succeeded legendary check is crazy. Exact 14. God damn. How high was this? 8? So. Jesus. What the shit? Yeah, technically. Choose the boat out 2 times? Yeah. No, once technically.
A sort of spiritual quest. Something of ancient Ilmaran origin.
Actually, that's not wrong. Sure.
Well then, reality is a strange place. Getting stranger by the day. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol, and the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Who built it?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Oh, Sir Shell built.
In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago.
And they say we're in the... I forgot what century we're in. Fuck. I wish there was like a notes. Oh my god, the peasant content. Open door. Really? Hold on.
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an important part, an important place. That sounds about right.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom, coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
The world government?
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
What are
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown. Those are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. A thousandth of a second too late.
Bro, leave me alone. Please always stay calm, bro. I just want to be by my phone. What?
For the big time.
Big time?
The revolution.
What is this revolution I keep hearing about?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
What was this kerfuffle?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by
50
the
years
end,
ago?
nearly the whole
Almost?
world have gotten involved.
50 years ago. No, yeah.
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
Mm-hmm.
It made people overthrow their governments.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. Pandemic only provided the spark. From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
Damn. Fucking short-lived.
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
Really?
Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie, a pair of pants.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
I'm calling back.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eslary communication, telematic milieus, radiation, coloured plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
Damn. Holy shit, so you just been living in like a 50-year-old fucking depression of
43 years. Hard to fathom, I know.
that long.
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river level, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
I wish. Hold on. 19.
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Were they?
No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s
Oh my god.
dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say.
Damn.
And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
Don't seem to be thorough.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
It's right though to it's like, hey, like, I don't know what's the richest Isla, country or whatever you call it, but it's clear that this is like fucking super modern times. They got fucking flying like aircrafts and shit, but it's like here is just so destitute that I thought this game was like a Mach like 50s or some shit. Like no, like Mach like 30s era. No, just dog shit here.
We could have had so much more.
Truly.
Every one of us. Only we played it right. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Truly a kerfuffle.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
Smart king. Damn! Oh my god. I love that king. Fucking communist. Smart king. Yeah, smart king, I guess. Smart king.
Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down. Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
By liberals, you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
Who got shot? Who was there to surrender to?
Foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
The rest of everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground.
Oh my
The
god.
ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper,
So,
Messina,
oh,
Oranje,
world government.
the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
Moralist.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
I think I'm also. Not just technically, practically as well. I like hearing. I've heard about a lot. I've heard about these people. If picking the option doesn't commit to you, I'm also not.
An almost endearingly moralist standpoint. It must be hard to take a moderate approach to head shooting in your line of work.
You've done differently.
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
And I asked you, past less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I would have made off with the mineral rights, to be completely blunt.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Oh, well. What was, I guess. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality. She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
Dios mío, a liberal!
No, not like me.
I liberate.
I am the nether creature of the forbidden swamp who pushed the king under a shipwagon and betrayed the revolution. Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? No, I think not. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her. But only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
You're a monster. You are a monster. I forgive you. You're a monster. But so am I.
That's a pity. I do hope we can remain collegial despite it all. Tell me, when you look in the mirror, do you not see a monster staring back at you? When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
Appropriate warning to those who cross the
See
line.
that though. But they come. Probably because they're fucking. Because they're state mandated fucking killers. But yeah.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez. And not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here. Perhaps My intellectual vanity will be my undoing. Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, do we return to reality?
What is this?
A bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
You guys are...
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea. Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay, mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat. Wonderful.
What is that?
The girl, the old lady rags. Oh, yes. There's something very... The girl looks like a sullen and... Yes. You and I belong to the supra... She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress. Young people who dye their hair funny colours. All right. What next? A bird? Of course you're not, my... Of course. The girl and the old lady looks like... Yes, she prefer... I can't. That's how simple it is. One may die there. All right. What next?
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. It's on the tip of your tongue. A doubt of sorts already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later, once the jamais vu thought is complete.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production, yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, unlikely officer. I'm talking about the lorry. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a trap. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way. But one step ahead of the Union, in another.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under. Well, here's your chance. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight. It's true they drove a number of the local businesses to bankruptcy preparing for this venture. I've talked to a few business owners.
Damn.
It was quite the shakedown. But the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorry.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Yes?
No way I can take this.
I'm very sad to hear that, officer. If you change your mind, please let me know. If not, good luck finding your badge and your memory. In the meantime, I'll still try to assist you in any way I can. This disagreement is peanuts compared to what happens if you fail your main investigation. You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Rainbow socialist.
What? I am afraid you have misread the situation, Detective. This is not some feudal conflict. It is a negotiation.
I like how so exasperated she sounded. He's not my chip that I've chosen. We should swear fealty to cause of capital.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Weird. No. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see, even when which isn't to suggest doubt. Oh, that's so very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Is there anything else? Oh, so very, very helpful. Did he now? Well, it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard? Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for... Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
I mean, yeah, we can read that handball book.
A sturdy metal door guards the south wing. This could be a way into the apartment building.
Good. We had no problems with bums and drums and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Yeah.
Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
Yeah, Your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
Insufficient differential.
I got my badge right here if you want to see it.
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Nice. Like the 6 is like, yeah, it'll be nighttime. It's like 2 in the morning. Still out here doing shit. She's usually in front of the thing as well. Oh, shit.
Piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are. Yeah. You've got.
That smell coming from her paint bucket.
What did you think I was using? Aqua.
She did it herself. Pumped it out. She's proud of it too.
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
The lieutenant, hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell.
That was on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Hold on, what's this on?
It's where they grow whores like that one over there. And their whoremen. Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor? Can't you? I haven't really started it yet. Have you? We read.
She wants it to be something.
This. I thought I'd mixed. Yeah? What are you gonna do? Throw me off the balcony? I ain't no snitch. Pigs.
That'll be so pretty to stay in here. Or them on. Cindy? Not like the audio part.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Does anyone in a city like this?
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep. Fortified herself against it.
Yes. I keep hoping the shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Shoot, Piggy. It's
Street. Legend.
You hear someone walking stops. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door?
Also, some of these audio checks are fucking bugged.
Did you have alert? I'm not obligated to open the door. You don't have alert.
So wait, the wrong check. It was the door next to this one.
This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle, yes. Get those cutters in there and snip away. This weak chain is no reply. The shackle snaps like a plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kras Marzov. The bus doesn't reply. The hallway behind the door is empty. No one heard your words. The bus doesn't reply. The hallway, poor communard, from the looks of it. The room. The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. To your disappointment, there aren't. After rifling the magazine is divided into several. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline
cristal
structures of capitalist ideology
Du cristal
turn to smoke
à
under
la
communism.
fumée. What does that even mean? Du crystal, the crystal, la fumée.
risk of going Alafume, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. Lafume is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tone, a critical Mazovian perspective. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony. The actual article is surprisingly light.
Sydney the Skull!
After skimming a page or two, you
Oh!
motor carriage racing.
Yes. Oh my god. And then she has her gang of fucking other commies. Damn.
Don't follow it. You only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney. Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Oddly enough, this article has two bylines: Nastep Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
Oh. Oh my god. So I'm assuming it's that book, which is like just terrible. It's just misery porn. Oh, byliner.
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
True. Very true.
Thus, the Sawney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter. And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, I would watch for the violence, honestly.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. You flip back to the front of the magazine, the table of contents. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the you skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Cape Side apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
The eternal problem, according to G. Martin, is that under capitalism, the worker is rendered incapable of perceiving their own agency or lack thereof. Thus, they tend to experience their own oppression as though it were happening to somebody else. Is that true? Have you felt estranged from your own self recently? You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. The cover of this tattered paperback features the man from Yelmdar. Behind it rise the harsh, snow-capped peaks of his native northlands. The back blurb reads, his latest adventure serves as the perfect introduction to the savage Yelmdar saga. Meet Man from Yelmdar, his faithful blood brother Tiribald, the noble Lord Hrothgar, and some of their most fearsome foes yet for the Northlands. For Yelmdar. Below, in smaller font, you see the parenthetical, adapted from Man from Yelmdar and the Necromancer's Treasure. The story opens in media res. The man from Yelmdar and his band of northern reavers are in the bowels of an ancient temple, surrounded by nightfall. Only the man from Yelmdar and his blood brother, noble Tiribald,
So old for this. So old for this.
Cries. At 9, Tiribald, the man from Heimdall, bellows over the army of flesh and bone. Have courage for the Northlands. For Heimdall. He leaps to the mezzanine to face the black-eyed figure, and like a mad ice bear, whirling twin Zweihanders, Sturm and Drang, he plows through the ranks of the deathless, surrounding the necromancer. And with deadly finesse, his twin blades scissor the necromancer's head from its body. the undead legions collapse like ragdolls. A few chapters later, the man from Heimdall and Tyribald are in a completely different setting, high above an arid desert, riding
Bruh, these read exactly like those type of fucking books, bro. Oh my god, bro. I know exactly. I forgot what they were called, but like they're exactly like that. Like it's not even like called like Pulp Fiction. It's something way more specific. Um, there's a book I forgot. It was in boot.
The Northmen find themselves in the court of a powerful southern king, Lord Hrothgar. The old king beseeches the man from Heimdall to rid his kingdom of the Nathera, a subterranean clan of blind wizards who traded this. The man from Heimdall extracts a high price from the desperate king. He asks land for the homeless desert pygmies living exiled in the kingdom's borderlands. Hrothgar offers the hand of his... What do you mean?
Why is he doing this?
Because the flame of justice burns bright within his chest. Because, above all, he's driven to bring honor to the name of his beloved Heimdall. Because his noble Cutland blood lusts for glory and conquest. It cannot be denied.
Is that all?
What do you mean?
Is there anything else to his character?
He is the man from Heimdall, forged in the fury of battle.
Whatever.
You skip past a section detailing an elaborate banquet with many toasts, as well as the long and perilous journey from in the center of the Great Hall stands a blood pool. As the vile ceremony ends, the sound of steel unsheathing draws the Nectarian's attention to a pair of cloaked figures standing in the doorway. Swiftly, the visitors toss off their cloaks and unsheathe glimmering northern steel. It's the man from Heimdall and his valiant blood brother, Tyribald.
Also to be. Whoa, did not see that coming.
In an instant, Nathera summon a horde of gibbering orcanoids who rush
Orcanoids is crazy.
fills with the clang of blades
Fucking
and the screams
orcanoids.
of the dying as the floor glows slick and steaming with the sorrow. When the death battle settles, only the man from Heimdall and Tyribald remain standing, exhausted and dripping with the entrails of their foes.
God.
What?
This is almost exactly the first scene. Even the word gibbering is used twice.
In the first scene, the man from Heimdall fought a powerful necromancer and his army of the dead. Now he's confronting a pair of Nathera and their horde of orcanoid thralls. The two couldn't be further apart.
What happens next?
An excellent question. One easily answered by purchasing the next thrilling chapter in the Heimdallaman saga, Heimdallaman at the Gates of Tomorrow. The last page of this one merely reads, "To be continued." Considering the sheer amount of different Heimdallaman books out there, it's very unlikely you're ever going to find the sequel.
Oh, so real? Bro! Alright, nah. Nah, cause these read exactly like hold on, bro. I know the type of books. I know the fucking type of books. I know the type of books he's talking about. I read this shit and it was so blasé. What's this nigga's name called? Gosh, Hemdall, Helmdall. Oh my god. References. No references. Comparisons. Compare. I don't think I can. Are you a speculative fiction? A weird fiction. Just think it's 50. Sheesh. Weird fiction, speculative fiction. Oh, huh. Okay. Uh, too too deep, too deep. We're too deep. We're both. I think it was this one. No, no, I don't think so. Wait. J.G. Bullard. Interesting. I don't know. Uh, he also lived an interesting life. What the fuck? Yeah. I don't know. You sure got me though. Haha.
The man from yonder
The
stares
fuck out of my face, Hemdall. A Musk fascist. Jesus Christ. It's the coolest in the world.
the greatest innocence. Browsing through the various chapters, you write your educational surveys.
Sure.
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Dolores Day.
Yeah.
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he. But Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum.
What's out? Isn't it like a old timey fucking? Oh god. All these words. What the fuck? Meaning. But so there's gold. There's gold.
As the first instance, all of those like him, it is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody. An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least the parts that matter.
So yeah, basically Popey.
Does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
Yes, that's it.
Great, Dolores.
Franco Negro. Vesper Masana. The strongest soul players, the strongest, especially the most beautiful. For the Negro.
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism. He codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
I don't know.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericanacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
Which is interesting though. The new world government is actively taking out people that can, take out innocents. They even have a specific name for that. I forgot.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
And Peshkak Kendra? Stephen Despicable? I guess.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Kendra?
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the northern area of the Mawindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacentic Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
Mare Inter. What the
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro. Zero doubts. Correct. The mess might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her.
Damn.
Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful.
3 science eras. I mean, not eras, but revolutions. Oof. Jesus Christ.
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a B. Good enough. Everyone misses a few from time to time. You would have done better if you just dialed the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, arrogant
You're
book.
shouting at an inanimate object like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Man, something's weird about this book. You should do something fun instead. Rock out. Forget about it.
I agree, necktie. Okay.
Plaster cast bust.
Oh, just a fucking nerd. Very nice. It's also purple.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th. Even today, half as to symbolize the top. Also, some social democrats were already, because white is the. You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. Also, you're really smart.
Thank you. Yeah, you're kind of making fun of me, but thank you. Nice. Logic, authority.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain.
Uno.
An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita. No response. Good thing you already have the chain cutters in your hand. Nothing left to do now but snip, snip, snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. You can just go.
Nice. Pixels. Yeah. Calculus, or we could take a logic. Yeah. No, any glasses. Hey, key. Oh yeah, I wanted to Jesus.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, you pocket the bottle as if it were.
I don't know if we can still talk to him. Up on the roof. my chance. Hey, just for composure. Yes, for God. Thank God for black jeans. Everyone looks good in black jeans. Can I have a plastic? Hey, yo, plastic bag. Trash bag. Give me dude. Wake up.
Bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka. Something under. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade? Yes, that's what it is. A quick peek here. A short.
Yeah, Brooks. Let's see. You're fucking tired. Go to bed, nigga. Kuno, please talk to me. I hope this is like I hope I can do. I fucking apologize if I get like big sorry cop energy. He was like, oh no, you don't do that actually. Shit. Unpromising news. Unpromising. Oh yeah, he's stuck over there. Okay, never mind. Hi, child. Please don't kill me. Oh, come on, guys. Don't do this to me.
Just an order.
Come on. I'm not gonna bother to take speed on myself. You can at least take your drugs back. Yeah. Oh no. Come on, dude. Take your shit back.
The kid doesn't even.
Oh my fucking god, you're so extra.
The man before you is naked, but for. Of course. You have questions. Come back later, Corporal. There are sitting at the desk. Lieutenant Gitsaragi fiddles with a pen, then writes something on the paper in front of him. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be here discussing the footprints. The girl. The trash containers. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see a box full, not much to see. It's just nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue.
You asking me now? It's some shit copper. How should I know?
Hey, maybe it's your paperwork, officer.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your...
The container sounds a muffled gong. The kid. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers. Hank, there's a piece of toilet paper. It's a metaphor for you.
Ignorant plus through the 8,000th sign that it's yours.
You can't. This is your ledger. You're a cop, and it's your official ledger. It's filled out in your hand, and it stinks like you, too. And looks like you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Okay.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. It's just toilet paper sticking to way cool. It's just still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with not good. A bunch of sodden paper. They're not exactly white. Once in a while, there's a work strife, poverty. The general quarter is the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. A lot, a little, does it? It feels like a lot. Or maybe even more than a lot. Feels like too much. Yes, it appears you employ it. Yes, others appear it's going to take it. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten. You don't exactly. In the back, you see thin written them from the 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 riel, a tool for manipulation. Give the lowest amount and people will be ingratiated to you.
Really interesting.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded.
Oh, and then he said blue was anything. It was like too much.
Shimmers on the sweat surface. On the back you see the embossed letters RCM. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see with your hands. You four-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor. It is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle.
Go to be asleep and I'll be on stream. Cause I'm tired too. Wake up.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching our Oh, excuse me. Yes, you do have something better to do. Stop drooling over that
I agree. Thank you for listening.
The bed is
It's
cold
cold,
and not
not
particularly
particularly
inviting,
inviting, but it's yours. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
and then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault. It's synthetic filling. It barely covers your under your thrumming eyelids.
You see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases. Something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until you're.
Hooray. And there's an open door. And
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I don't know nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth? You know why? On the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering, reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times you failed to leave everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. You failed every... No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown.
My mind's tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
No.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on. Time to go to work
in the shit factory. Real. I like the thing. He's just crying. He's like, I don't even know you guys can see this. This thing is just face palming as he wakes up. Like, bro, that's so real. He's like, bro, I can't keep on fucking doing this, bro. This is too much. And like, the school Elysium is crashing, bro. Oh my god. Okay, get up, Harry. You're okay. I know it's tough.
Good going, buddy. Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chicken in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feeling worse this morning than you did last night.
Okay.
You
Don't know. You don't know.
Some
Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? It's the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. wake up exactly 7:30 every morning until the day you die. Don't be silly. There was no vow. You were high on speed. That was the only reason you got up. You can't detect without it. It's that. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself? Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. The door is closed. Still, this door.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union Master turned up. They look rowdy. Everything. Which I mean, men who drink beer for breakfast? That would, in fact, even the one more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to...
Good. A power move. Yeah, but aren't
There ain't no...
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting...
Just a moment.
she's agitated?
And
We're close.
it's fine.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the world...
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone, the manager,
Why would he be?
to let the young woman know. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot. To redeem yourself before the hoods of law, now start asking questions like a real law enforcement. Doing some good will alleviate the hangover. At least you're of use to someone.
That's just it. You have more important... Just some... But they should have returned...
The water lock, that was broken.
Oh, Gary's is... Oh my. What happened to... Well, whatever the cause,
You're welcome.
I hate to ask.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tight. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Bandito! Boindero!
Smoking, Harry. It will take a lot of tobacco smoking for you to
Damn
become
it.
a boyadero. Twin cigarettes fused to your lips, and one hanging out of your nostril. In these tame, cultured times,
It's a lone
without the
wolf
sky
one,
dark
but it
above
gives you more
the only way
intelligence.
to be a true Franco-Nigerian individualist is to smoke a lot of cigarettes. Light one up immediately. The smell of coffee brewing over a fire
God
pit.
damn it.
A chestnut-flavored morning. Welcome to Astra Country.
Blendero.
I help you?
Yes? What do you want to know? What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Your rules are mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Well, sort of. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite a brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you,
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary. Tell him why it's you.
Tell him. I was sent here to teach you a lesson in style. I was here to teach you a lesson in style.
okay, style me.
So a modern cop looks like. You should ease up a little bit. Ah, it's just him.
In the new, 20 years ago. It's what a modern cop looked like then. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one... Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now. Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
That makes sense. I'm extremely qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Oh, yep.
It's absurd.
That's,
She's used to playing off.
My apologies.
it's not searching for such.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Oh, dear. I'm not.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
I'm sorry, sweetie. We'll be celebrating our sixth by, we hit it.
She's skipping over some important.
I hope I've been useful. Oh,
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
of course, dear.
There's really no point.
Oh,
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of crypt.
He nods and ooh, tough choice there.
yes. It's the kind green ape. Half-war story. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra. Yes, indeed. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
You're not human. What? Hey, you see this is like, what the fuck do you mean by that? You know, that's kind of fucked up. I won't even lie. Yeah, and then he's hanging for fucking fascists and shit, or crypto fascists because he's a bitch. But okay, so to suggest otherwise is stupid.
The lieutenant looks at you, pleasantly surprised.
Good. System features of us to suggest otherwise is stupid.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saolites are inferior to us in many ways.
That's still racist. Reverse racism doesn't change that.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today.
Alright, get the fuck out of here.
Of course, dear.
I mean, yeah. Oh, subhuman. She evolved. Bitch. Well, let's talk to you at least. And clear my feelings.
Let me handle this.
Yeah.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten.
Fine.
I advise you not to overstay your welcome. Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. Think he has information that will help you? That's Titus. Talk.
It doesn't matter if you're Rick.
She says nothing. How is that sign cleanup going? Huh? Fuck the police and all that. She said she would clean it.
Guess you're not a winner at all, after all. Guess you're not a winner at all.
She shrugs, almost no reaction. It's in there. She's just stonewalled.
That's the seam sign. You said you would clean it. Oh shit. This is not a winner attitude, citizen.
This is about your alcoholism, isn't it? People talk. I have no patience for it, or pity.
Cheap deflection, but brutal. This did not have the effect you desired, but it did something.
It is a cheap deflection because immediately my fucking do anything. I'm not drinking anymore. Freak you. What's your role?
Like I already told you.
Yeah.
What you want is of no.
Okay.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head, you will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Aggressive.
So you
Listen.
fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. I don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-cop. Just do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Oh fuck. I just remembered not to say that.
What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that, and then you said it anyway. Junior delinquent. But you still did.
I forgot.
The union isn't going to. If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we die.
Well. That's nice, though.
Behind the dock workers, ceiling height window. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black. There's a little. You're not so sure about that.
Yeah, your mother.
Nothing. Just black tangles like.
Just your mother. Fine.
This is where you say your bed.
And the clown's still hanging around.
He's used to giving orders and having them obeyed immediately. You should not indulge him.
Detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you. What? Is he fucking kidding? This guy. Hey, asshole, up here.
We're looking for Titus Hart.
Oh, this is. You sure take it. Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Time to go to work in the shit factory. Easy boy.
You might want to start asking your questions.
These guys are so macho. They're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
No. I see it. You got business with my boys. You got business with.
He understood what you were doing. Taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah. You fuck with the.
Yes, falling out of line.
Relax, Dennis.
Using to take a dig at his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck. Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead.
Yeah. Easy, fella.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters.
The pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
And bizarre culture.
Container belt, like we used in the harbor.
Yes.
Because we took it from the harbor where we
The
were.
harbor.
We did this together. All of us.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened.
Then play to their considerable strength in numbers. Don't talk about arresting them. You'll only bring attention to your inability to do so.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Or sent them to Reunion to rot? For 20 years? For life? Rest assured, lawman, none worse than our guy got what was coming to him.
Are you deaf? There will be. Do you think you could do that? Do you think.
Titus, keep addressing him. He wants everyone to know he's in charge.
Who do you fucking think does?
He's so sure it's him. But it's not that simple. There's someone above him, or beside him, sharing the leadership. Hard to say.
Yeah, we don't have the information to even know that. Gangs are in. For now, there were clear, yes.
You stepped on some big toes there. Tried to take out a satellite. That's not how it's going to go. They'd rather rot in jail than implicate Mr. Clear in this mess.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, are you there? Do you think.
Titus, keep addressing him.
That's for the courts in Le Jardin to decide. No, what you can do right now.
No. We'll stay here.
Are you there? Do you.
Titus. He's so sure it's him. But it's not that simple. There's someone above him, or beside him, share in the leadership. He has authority in the group, but it wasn't him calling the shots that night. Hasn't been him for a long time.
Theo's a great guy, a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boy. That's why we're called the Hardy Boy.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted. You don't have to keep.
I know it.
Known him? Yeah.
Quiet.
By the Pine's Cow.
No. Why don't you ask her about
That's enough insinuation for today.
why? Cause he was worthless first. I am.
What kind of...
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experience.
A live grenade. Right here.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it. But I know sent by the wild pines.
Cause one night, walked straight up to...
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there. Sang some R&B paratrooper song. Said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Wrong. Here,
There's a slight unease in him, suddenly.
to kill us all.
Yeah,
He grabbed some...
yeah. Show me your tongue. Why don't you show me your tongue?
Aren't you fucking...
Yeah. Me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No. You're not.
Despite the stonewall, you can slip one more question in.
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil.
I don't like she gets that she can potentially happen, but so fucking snooty, everybody.
It's true. She was the only thing holding.
We hanged him up.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of
Can you give us a few more details?
Titus,
We overpowered him.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks. Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
It's a lot of them.
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way. Well, this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get...
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Like what, Copper?
nothing. Your investigation.
I think we're going to stick around. Thanks. Some things don't add up. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confirm.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
When you first met. Damn, weak. Oh god.
Established authority. Yes. Did you already try the gun? You're probably right. The others are only there for filler. To make the gun thing pop.
Stop the law.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's... For God's sake, stop! They're not going to give you anything. Can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in... Wait, what?